Hey, it's Jennifer Sparks. I'm going to be your foodie tour guide today. We are on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. This is going to be a fun video of everything that we ate and places that we dined while we were on the ship. I'm going to be showing you about the buffets, the dining rooms, the brunch, and all the yummy desserts. We did not attend the specialty steakhouse, so if you want that information, this video won't be for you, but it will be about everything else. There's so much to show you. I'm going to start at the beginning of our trip. I'm traveling on this cruise with my husband, Kelly. The first things we tried on embarkation day were desserts and the yummy pizza. This pizza is really good. This is at Frank and Lola's, which is located on Deck 9. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Also located on Deck 9 is Cheeseburger in Paradise. Most of the food is located on Deck 9. This is where you're going to find the Port of Indecision buffet. Cheeseburger in Paradise is very similar to Guy's Burgers on Carnival. We enjoyed it very much. It was very comparable. Limited hours, but there is soft serve ice cream that a crew member will get for you. This is a highlight of our trip and we get it often. Cruises are awesome. There are so many different dining options, but it was a little cold that day. We could have stayed upstairs by the pool and enjoyed the buffet, but we decided to use the formal dining room. That's a look at Finn's dining room downstairs. We are in the Islander dining room, which is upstairs. The menu changes every night. This is a look at the menu the day of embarkation. They also have a fancier menu for an extra charge. For starters, we tried the Cuban croquettes and the baked potato soup. You could pretty much order as much as you want, but if you order 2 entrees, there will be an extra charge. I ordered the Mediterranean eggplant for my entree, and my husband ordered the pork. For dessert, I ordered the pina colada lush. Kelly ordered the chocolate cappuccino icebox pie. The food was very good and very Instagram photo worthy. Very well presented and plated. Throughout this video, I'll be showing you the difference about dining in the dining rooms versus dining upstairs in the Port of Indecision buffet, which I will be featuring right now. I'm going to show you a breakfast on the second day. If you are an early riser like us, the first things you're going to find out will be fruits, meats and cheeses, cereals, all the pastries. Oh, sinful. We're not really big pastry people, but these were really, really good. We would always take a few and be like, we're just going to sample it just to see how it is and end up eating the whole thing. You will also find fresh made omelets over at Frank and Lola's where they have the pizza. They make omelets there in the morning and you could have your choice of fillings. More items will come out next, including a full hot breakfast. All you can eat, whatever you want. If you don't know what something is, there'll be a place card above it that you could read. The breakfast looked and smelled delicious, but we're going to be dining for breakfast in the dining room today. We're only here really for coffee and for me to get a video. There is fresh oatmeal with toppings. For the coffee was pretty good, and you just serve it yourself. If you are particular with coffee, there is a coffee shop that is very close by that I will show you later. We are currently on Deck 2. We are going to Finn's main dining room. One interesting thing I found about Margaritaville at the Sea Islander was there was no reserved seating. Everything was first come, first serve. At least that's how it was on my visit, January 2025. The Islander is still pretty new. Things can change. The breakfast menu was pretty simple. Nothing that was, out of the ordinary. I ordered the Eggs Benedict because I like to try that everywhere. Kelly ordered the vanilla French toast. Both were good, not outstanding, but not bad. Actually, nothing was bad on this cruise. We really enjoyed the food. Now upstairs again to Deck 9 to the Port of Indecision buffet. We're going to see what lunch looks like over here. You are not going to starve on the ship, or any ship for that matter. One of the shining stars for me food-wise was these cakes. We did not try this on day 2 because I'm really not a cake person. But once I did try it, it became part of our daily activities. I have to give credit to the pastry committee on the ship. The pastries, the desserts, the cakes, extra good. Unfortunately, I hit lunch at a bad time and it's a little disheveled looking. I try to get up here when it first opens. Just didn't happen for us this day. Here is a look at the lunch at the Port of Indecision buffet on day 2. They also serve hot dogs. Don't overlook the soup and the bread. They're really good. By the pool, like I showed you before, there was Cheeseburger in Paradise, but you could also get Mexican fare at Mexican Cutie. This is also where you're going to get the ice cream. Mexican Cutie, I will show you more of later. A lot of places to sit and enjoy your ice cream. Now we are currently in the adult-only section, enjoying some coffee and pastries. That afternoon, we also went back to Frank and Lola's Pizza. You automatically plate 2 pieces, but you could also order pizzas to go and dine by the seaside. We also tried the soup and the pesto focaccia bread, which was really good. In the evening, we decided to go back to the Islander dining room. Again, there is no set dining time. There is no assigned table. You just show up when you're ready to dine. You go to the podium, you tell them your cabin number, and then they walk you to a table. They never sat us with other guests, but very close to them. This is a look at the Jamaican soup. Very chunky and hearty. I also ordered the chicken marsala. It was very flavorful and served over pasta. My husband ordered the ravioli. The chicken was a grilled chicken breast. It wasn't a scallopini. The star of the show that day for me was the pineapple paradise. I love this dessert. I ate it all. My husband Kelly went for the chocolate ice cream. We were very full at this point, but we went upstairs to the Port of Indecision buffet just to see what they were serving. So if you like the Jamaican soup, you could come upstairs and have more. I know on Carnival Cruise Line, it's pretty typical for them to be serving the food that they're serving in the dining room in the buffet. So I want to see if it's the same thing. And look here's a chicken marsala. If you would like some pasta, you could order that separately. Biggest difference, obviously, is the plating. If you want someone to bring it over to you, very pretty, go to the dining room. If you want to choose your own seat and you want to explore all of the food, the buffet may be more fun for you. Both of them have ice cream. It is now day 3. This is our morning that we're going to be visiting Cozumel. It is very early and time for some coffee. I believe this is the 8th and final video I'm making about our time on this cruise. The previous videos were day-to-day, including embarkation and disembarkation and the casino. If this is the first video you're finding of mine, welcome. If you want to see my other day-to-day tours, I'll leave a playlist at the end of this video. Just click on it. It will take you to my other videos. If you have been watching all my video tours, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. All of these delicious choices, what would you choose? I know what we're going to choose first, the pastries. No joke, we were just in Paris in December, and these croissants, very comparable. Sitting in Paris at the cafes was quite beautiful, but look at this. Take the time to enjoy the moment. Want to see a visual of the food that morning? Come with me. I'll take you on a tour. On your day at Cozumel, you are not going to have any food that is provided by Margaritaville at Sea. Anything that you want to consume on the island, you're going to have to pay for. So fill up with a good hearty breakfast. We probably spent about 2 hours walking around the Cozumel port. We have been there before, but it's always fun to go explore. We came back a little bit early and we got in line for some cheeseburger in paradise. We enjoy this a lot, especially the toppings bar. We like to enjoy the ship when a lot of people are ashore. No crowds, less time spent in line. Oh, and there's cake. More cake. This is our first experience eating the cake on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. And let me tell you, it's not to be missed. My absolute favorite out of all the cakes that I tried was this sunshine cake. I don't know what they put in it, but it was delicious. And more ice cream, of course. Chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. I believe this is the last time we're dining in the dining room. Not that we didn't enjoy the food or the service, both were great, but we weren't really crazy about every dining experience we had because of where they sat us. And it wasn't because of other guests. It was always just a very congested, crowded area that they would sit us in. In our experience, we didn't have any sort of choice at all. We started with the chipotle sweet potato soup, and my husband ordered the Greek salad. For my entree, I went with the vegetarian option, which is a cauliflower steak, which was really good. I love that. Kelly ordered the Mediterranean grilled chicken, which came with couscous, and there was dessert, tiramisu. Next morning, day 4. We're going to grab some coffee first, and we're going to see if there's anything new and interesting that we haven't tried yet. The weather in the water this day was wild. We were having really wavy weather, and we couldn't dock, so we're going to have a surprise day at sea. One place we haven't tried yet is Mexican Cutie, so we're going to try it for breakfast. This is the toppings bar. They have a mango salsa that is so good, I want to steal it. I had the breakfast burrito, which was delicious. We were supposed to be exploring Progreso, Mexico today, but as you can see, the weather said no, you stay on the ship. It was a little hard walking around, but luckily for me and my husband, we didn't get seasick. Over by Cheeseburger in Paradise, I didn't know this to the end of the cruise, but they have a little breakfast set up here. So if you don't want to wait in line at the long buffet, sneak over there. A lot of people don't know about this. And they made the best omelets I had on the entire ship. Some cruise lines, they give you a choice of omelets. This one lets you pick whatever you want in there, including the cheeses. But I'm telling you, these omelets were really good. I prefer to get tomatoes, onions, and mozzarella cheese. Days at sea, there's usually a lot of eating involved, so here's cake time. Me and my husband now are both at our home in Connecticut, living on eggs and salad. Yeah, this is what we do. We go on cruises, and then we go home and starve, and then we go back on cruises again. You could probably not gain any weight on cruises if you just ate in the main dining room. With the smaller sized portions and all the walking and stairs that you're walking up and down, you could probably maintain your weight or even lose weight. But when you're eating like this, yeah, our clothes were feeling pretty tight by the end of the cruise. Here is a look at the tiki bar menu, just to give you an idea what the cocktails are like on the cruise. They are a little pricey, so if you are planning to have 3 or more a day, you may want to look into the drink packages, which allow you up to 15 drinks a day, including fancy coffees. Once again, I'm here at lunch a little late and things are looking a little sparse, but they do continuously refill. I just happen to hit it at a bad time. I try my best to film when there's less people waiting. I don't want to hold up the line and annoy anybody. Most of the rest of this video is going to be items at the Port of Indecision buffet, but I am going to be taking you to the Sea Day brunch. I want to check it out and see what it's like and get a video for you. You get a second late lunch at Mexican Cutie Taco Bar. You get your choice of protein, and you could have it on tacos or in a bowl. So we, of course, had to try both, similar to the Blue Iguana Cantina on Carnival. We usually sail with Carnival, that's why there's some Carnival comparisons. Let's see what they're having for dinner on day 4 of our cruise. On our last 2 nights, we had dinner solely at the Port of Indecision buffet. We always started with a really big salad. There were so many different toppings, it was different every time. Let's check out the entrees for the evening. Another option we could have tried was the steakhouse, but we never did it. It probably would have been good for this video, but we were enjoying our time here and enjoying the food. One thing I found interesting, not that it was a big deal for us, but the dining kind of closed early. When the buffet was over, I believe it was like 9, it was done for the day. The only thing that was open was Frank and Lola's Pizza, which was open to like 1 o'clock in the morning. There's no late night buffets, no midnight buffets. I don't even know if any cruises do that anymore. There's not even any ice cream. Good morning. We are in our final full day at sea. This is our last full day. Got up real early and had a little protein, but we are going to be going to the Sea Day brunch today. On deck 9, you could also find Margaritaville Coffee. This is a place you could get all kinds of fancy coffees, as well as different kinds of desserts. This is all going to be an extra charge, included if you have the drink program. Okay, I fibbed. We're going to have some French toast as well. Going to go over the day's events as we enjoy our time looking at the sea. Later in the day, we're going to head back to the Islander dining room for brunch. There is an extra charge for brunch, but it's going to be a combination of lunch and breakfast items. Probably the best explanation I could give you about the extra charge is because they serve you a mimosa. Cheers to a fabulous last day at sea. Like the breakfast and dinner menu, you could pretty much order whatever you want. Our server that day came around with a basket of pastries. I wanted to try the brunch burger to compare with Cheeseburger in Paradise. I also ordered the macaroni and cheese. We ordered the antipasto, which was really good. And I ordered the Halo Halo chai pudding, which I enjoyed, and Kelly ordered the steak and eggs. And as you can see, this is a ridiculous amount of food. Is it worth it? I think it's great. I recommend it. I think everyone should try it at least once. So that's basically a personal preference. If you want to, shell out the extra $15 to eat in the dining room, you're not getting a different place. You're just getting a different experience with different foods that may or may not be on the breakfast or dinner menus. Makes nice pictures though. You can't get that at the buffet. Do you prefer buffets or dining rooms? Let me know in the comments below. If you are still with me, you are a total rock star. I hope you're enjoying this video. It takes a lot of time to film, edit, and it's painful for me as I'm starving to voice this over. So if you are enjoying this, can you please do me a favor and hit that little like button, illuminate that thing, make it shine. Liking a video and subscribing are totally free. It's just a thank you and a way to see more of my videos in the future. My next cruise I'm going to be sharing is Carnival Vista, coming up very soon. Yes, we have 2 cruises that we are food detoxing from. It's dinner time now, and we're starting with dessert first, or at least I am. Let's go see what they're serving tonight. Have you sailed on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander yet? Would you like to share your experience with me? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Sally, this is our last night on board, so after this, we're going to go back to our stateroom and pack our bags and get ready for an early morning. Don't miss the macaroni and cheese with the brisket and bacon. So good. So are these cranberry muffins. Where had they been on this whole cruise? This is embarkation day. Breakfast is served from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, so you're going to have to get up a little early. I believe everybody was off of the ship about 9:30 this day. But they do serve a full hot breakfast this day. You do have to be out of your staterooms by 8:30. I just published a whole video about disembarkation day if you want to know more about that. We really enjoyed this cruise. We knew nothing about it. I booked it on a whim. We packed our bags and we went. I heard some bad things about the line, but I went anyway because I wanted to make that decision for myself, and I was pleasantly surprised. Here are some other videos I created, including embarkation day, the day at sea, the day at Cozumel, the day that we had the storm and we were stuck on the boat. We also did a casino tour, as well as another day at sea. You could find all these videos in the playlist right here. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to go on the Margaritaville at sea, just book it and pack your bags and go. Our lives are all too short to not try something new. Every day is a gift. Make the best of them. Whatever you do, make sure that you're always well to yourself and that you're kind to others. Safe travels to you and happy cruising.